Yo, what's going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we're back with another Veve and Ecomi video. So this one, I quickly want to touch on something because I keep getting asked this question, and I'm gonna let you all know ahead of time. Um, Today my mouth is kind of in more pain than it's been this entire process. I literally took some pills today that had me wiped out for like 7+ hours. Like, yeah, it's like, so I have to go back to the dentist. I have to schedule. I'm pretty sure I got dry socket, so that's going to have to be resolved, which is an easy fix, but until it gets fixed, it's painful as shit, I'll tell you that. So, that being said, I am going to go over this real quick. We're going to end off because POORMAN actually made a video that kind of goes with this as well. So we're going to talk about a big topic. If I'm talking weird, that's why. But as always, drop that thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and turn on notifications so you stay updated. So I get the question all the time. Do you really believe that Veve or Ecomi will be able to become $1 trillion business? What Veve is doing is revolutionizing multiple different industries. Multiple. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at what they're revolutionizing right now. Gaming. This is the gaming industry. This is the gaming industry that revolutionized it. And think about this. We're talking about the impact that they're going to have within 10, 15, 20 years. When people ask me, do I think Veve is going to hit $10? And we're not even talking about the burns, just where it's at right now. When people ask me if I think it's going to get $10, let's like completely take the burns out of the situation. Do I think it can really have $1 trillion worth of market cap? Over the next 10 years, I think there's going to be a shift in the world, and I think that there's going to be a shift more so towards crypto and crypto-related things, such as NFTs. And you all saw my last video about ticketing and things like that. That will completely change the world. It will change tickets forever. So, let's look at it. Gaming. If Veve just needs a piece of gaming. Check this out. The crypto industry. Veve can rise up in the crypto industry very, very easy with their tokenomics. Their tokenomic is very unique, and anything bear market proof is going to get a ton of attention, especially during a bear market. So all they need to do is big things during a bear market, and everybody in crypto will go crazy over it. So look at how much money is in crypto. And then the more Ecomi and Veve establish themselves, the more people are going to really believe in them in the crypto space. So, yeah, and then once there's a clearer picture that they paint to how they're going to get rid of all those tokens and burns and things like that, that's going to lead to even more faith in the crypto community. I have no doubt in my mind that Ecomi and Omi is going to get the faith of the crypto community. I think that everybody in the space right now just wants everything now. It's going to come to a point where it makes sense to invest if you're in crypto and Omi. It's going to come to that point, and I think that's where a lot of investors will come from on the crypto side of things. Then, art. Here go the art industry. 50 billion. Music industry. 23 billion. Sports industry. Almost 400. They said it can get to 440 billion. Interesting. Here go the automobile industry, 82 billion. Movie industry, 136 billion, and that was in 2018. Disney, total revenue, 65 billion. Marvel, 22 billion. Now we can go down the list and talk about all the brands and stuff Veve has, but what we have known historically, if you've looked at how much money has been generated by these brands, they usually generate this money from IP and licensing their IP out, which means that there's a good chance of Disney's total revenue coming from someone that they licensed it to. But Disney might be a bad example since Disney has all type of like freaking resorts and stuff like that all over the world that makes a ton of money. So like licensing, there's a chance licensing may not be the biggest revenue earner for Disney, but licensing is huge when it comes down to earning businesses a lot of money. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's that case for Disney. But my point is, If Veve is working very, very closely, and when these companies have things like where they need tickets, and if they go to Veve, have some type of NFT made from Veve, and you see this stuff in the Veveverse, you see it upgradable, you see like basically Veve is impacting damn near every single industry in the world. Veve has an opportunity where it can keep impacting every single industry in the world. Do I think it can be $1 trillion? Do I think it have $1 trillion market cap at some point? Absolutely. It's not a matter of if I think it's possible. It's just a matter of when. I think that in 10 years, will be enough for it to be that impactful. But also, in 10 years, it won't need a crazy amount of trillions for it to do that, because there's going to be crazy burns as well. But even excluding the burns, do I think Ecomi is $1 trillion business? Yes. Yes, the impact this can have on the world, if you actually understand NFTs, is going to change the world forever. Veve is the king of NFTs, and not just in the sense of collectibles. It's not just the sense of collectibles. What Veve offers is much, much deeper. And that's why POORMAN made a great video today. Listen, it's painful to talk, so I'm going to let POORMAN and Reese, the Ecomi's Reese, explain to you all why this is such a big deal. So, check this out. Hopefully y'all get my point here. Like, obviously, I'm not saying that Veve is going to make more or generate more money than all of these industries combined or anything like that. No. But all Veve needs is a fraction of what these companies are generating for a sustained period of time. And it's inevitable. So, yeah, like the thing is, the drawback with these industries are they're stuck in these industries. The best part about Veve is that it's in every single industry, and if it maintains its relevance and rises in every single industry, it's just automatically going to become a king in every single industry, which means it's going to generate money, big money in every single industry, which means overall it can be worth an insane amount of money. So let's go into this, like, because this is very, very important.
What's up, guys? I hope y'all enjoy.
And this video had an amazing intro. Be sure to check out POORMAN Printing, yo.
Enjoyed that intro. But we're going to go back to the AMA right here, because I think everybody should actually hear this. It's a guy actually asking Reese what he thinks Veve is to him. How does it compare to Amazon? And I want everybody to hear it. So here we go.
Question?
Yeah, go for it.
I've seen this comparison a lot, kind of like, you know, maybe not saying the same growth will be there, but kind of investing in Veve and even the Ecomi token now is kind of similar to one saying, you know, you invested in Amazon when they only sold books, or maybe you invested in Netflix when they only had DVDs shipping to your house. Do you kind of see that maybe turning out for Veve? Again, maybe not in the sense it has the same massive growth, but maybe in 5 years' time, like this
Amazon
product is almost unrecognizable.
Yeah, like, so as you can see, this question, the reason that this question is impactful and relevant is because when people look at Veve, they're like, oh, it's just collectibles. It's not that big of a deal. If that's all Veve was, then I definitely would agree with most people. But that's why I also say most people who make these half-baked arguments are just simply uneducated. Because if you think collectibles is all Veve is, then you have no idea about the project to begin with. This is why I have a different mindset from a lot of people, because I understand that Veve is not just about a freaking collectible. It's an NFT. Understand what an NFT is, you understand how big that is, period. Then look at the brands that they have in relationships to. Look at how these brands will need to leverage NFTs in the future. So yes, having a digital collectible is cool to have. But when a brand needs a certain type of NFT, and they need a company that they can trust, who are they most likely to trust? The company that got their collectibles right. So if they want to do something in the future, Veve is sitting in a perfect spot to get other forms of business from these companies. And that's what people are not really realizing right now.
To what it is then.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Now, I'll preface this by saying this is in no way financial advice. This is all my personal opinion.
It's financial advice.
But yeah, absolutely. You know, obviously Amazon has expanded into a whole scope of products, but I mean, fundamentally, that's kind of what we're doing, just solely in the digital space.
They're doing what Amazon's doing. Now, I didn't need Reese to spell this out for me. This is what I've seen from the beginning. I see how they're connecting to so many different industries, and I see the impact that they can have in each industry. It's common sense. Like, the thing is, the reason that a lot of people cannot see how big this is because a lot of people are stuck on like things that don't even matter. Like, oh, do you really mean this is going to be $1 trillion market cap? They completely ignore what you say at the point where they see $10 Omi as possible, because they're like, oh, $1 trillion market cap. It's going to pass Bitcoin. It's going to pass this. It's going to pass that. They don't even think about the basic argument against that. They don't think about the fact that in 10 years from now, Bitcoin's market cap is not even going to be $1 trillion anymore. So that's like the shittiest argument that you could even be going toward, because in 10 years from now, the argument that you have, 10 years from now, things change. So it's like people lose sight of what this project is because people are so stuck in their beliefs. Like they ignore the facts and they just stick to what they believe. Oh, this is impossible. This is this. This is that. And that's the exact same thing people did with Bitcoin. And you see how that mistake costed a lot of people. So, I mean, you can keep the mindset where you're going to ignore the facts because you think you know you're smarter than everybody. But trust me, you're not smarter than everybody. No one is. This is why I don't pretend to know everything. I stick to the facts. I stick to the stuff that is actually provable. Like, it's provable that we are in these different fields, working with these different brands and all this stuff. If they keep their promises, which they have given me every reason to believe that they will keep their promises, it only goes up in all these industries from here. But anyway, let's continue hearing Reese out.
I mean, fundamentally, that's kind of what we're doing, just solely in the digital space. Right? We've started with these premium models, which will have their own iterations, animations, that kind of thing. Now we're rolling out comic books as a digital product. We've rolled out digital art already. There are so many things that can be either sold as a digital product or so many items that never could have been a collectible item before that can now be digitized and sold as an NFT. Like
tickets.
Alkan brought up the example of the guy that created the original code for the internet, right? And famously never really made any money off it because it was a protocol, but he just bundled that up as an NFT and sold that, a few weeks ago for $5 million or something like that. So the digitization of everything is taking place, and you need a marketplace and an experience for people to be able to access that. And I firmly believe that we are that place. So, yeah, I think in 5 years' time, I think even in 6 months' time, the Veve you know and see now will be very different.
And what have they proven? They've released Marvel since then. Like, they're proving that they're moving very, very fast. People sitting here talking about, oh, the market cap, the supply, how much Omi needs to be burned. This is all stuff that they're going to solve. What you're missing is the big picture because you're worried about the bearish shit that does not even matter. You can't sit here and say what certain things are going to be because when this company focuses on that, shifts their attention to that, they get they're getting Veve right now. They're constantly trying to perfect Veve. What happens when Veve is perfect and they need to start focusing on the token and things like that? That is when we're going to see the biggest changes when it comes to the token. That's when we're going to see the biggest shifts when it comes to the token. And that's when we're going to see the biggest change in people's mindsets. What I don't understand is why does it take for you to have to see them finally doing what they say they're going to do for you to understand the impact of the things that they say are going to happen? I don't know how, I guess, I don't know how it's so hard for people to see this. I really don't know how. Well, I do know because people are not actually trying to see this. Like, I don't believe people who don't see it are just sitting here really trying to see it and they just don't get it. The people who really don't believe this or don't get it are the people who sit here through my videos and all they can think about, he put $10 in the title. That title, man, $10 is not realistic. That's what you're doing while I'm talking here. I'm slapping you in the face with proof. I'm you sitting there $10, $1 trillion. Like, bro, listen to the facts. Listen to the facts. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. People's mindset is so weird.
In 5 years' time, the offerings, the capabilities, and that will develop alongside the technology, whether it's your phone or wearables or that kind of thing, so that you're not just buying something. You're buying something that comes with its own experience or can be enhanced by that technology. So yeah, I see that comparison all the time, and it gets me really excited. Frankly,
that's what I'm saying, guys.
Again, you guys.
So yeah, that's exactly just like this guy said. That's exactly what I'm saying. This is what I'm trying to get everybody to understand, that VV is going to be massive. I'm making this video after the Ecto 1 drop, and if I'm not mistaken, we burned 500 million tokens in just that one drop. So we have Comic-Con coming up. So what do you think is going to happen at Comic-Con with
He has an amazing point about them burns. We burned 500 million in a single drop. What happens when the price is still low and we have 1 million VV users? People, this is why when people are sitting here making all these half-baked arguments about token supply and a bunch of shit that does not matter, I ask, where is the content? How difficult? This is a content issue, 100% content. Anybody who's talking about anything outside of content, you don't know what you're talking about, chances are. Because if you're talking about burn rate, market cap, any of that stuff, you don't know what the market cap is going to be in 10 years. You're talking about it, you don't know what you're talking about. Like anything, if you're talking about anything outside of the content, like POORMAN just said, we can burn 500 million in one drop. Why can we not have a second drop for that day? Imagine if we had a second drop on that day. I want to get to the point where we can do 2 big drops like that 2 times a week, making it a total of 4 drops every single week. Because 4 drops every single week, that impactful, that equals out to 2 billion. 2 billion tokens burned a week. That would be 2 billion tokens burned a week if you know, at this current price right now, if we get down to 4 drops a week, that'll be 2 billion tokens burned. And this is why I say this is all about content. And that's not even including the impact the VVverse is going to have when it comes down to burning the token. Everyone's sitting here worried about the wrong thing. Like, oh, it's going to be so hard to burn all these billions of tokens. Bro, every single week we can burn 2 billion tokens simply off of what we have right now. All they need is to put out more NFTs. If they have a Marvel drop, it's going to sell out just like Ghostbusters did. If they have a Batman drop alongside it, a really good one, that's going to sell out again. Like if they do Marvel on one day, Batman on the other day, and then do a good Cars one, and maybe a Disney Kids one or something, you drop that in a week. 2 billion burned. I think like people are thinking too small, and that's not. This is and none of that right there. This is just what VV Collectibles is able to do. This isn't even talking about the other industries that this is hitting on. This isn't talking about ticketing and things like that. This is excluding all of this other information. This is simply VV by itself. I don't know how people can't see it, bro. I don't know how people can't see it. Like damn near any one of these things can get VV to $1 trillion price point. I think that any one of these things can build enough hype to the point where VV can hit $1 trillion. Or Omi can hit $1 trillion market cap. I think any one of these things could be capable of that. All of them together? Okay.
multiple drops? Multiple drops. And there's no telling what they're going to drop. I mean, hell, they could drop the Iron Man or something, you know? I'm just trying to get everybody to understand how massive Veve actually is going to be. And when Reese saying something about what, 6 months, you know, like it's going to change a whole lot in 6 months. And in 5 years time, yeah, it's going to be super, super big. The Amazon of NFTs. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Like the NFTs are going to burn massive amounts of tokens. If I'm not mistaken, I just watched Non-Fungible's video, and he said something about we had like 349 billion or something like that. And now we're looking around, don't quote me on this, but now we're looking around 300 billion in just a short span. So yeah, is Veve going to be big? It's going to be super big. You have the partnership with Marvel making digital comic books. You have all this other stuff that we don't even know nothing about yet that's going to be coming to Veve. I mean, a possibly partnership with Apple down the road with AR glasses, maybe. We have the Comic-Con coming up this week. This is going to be something massive announced there. I mean, yeah, do I think Veve's going to be big? Hell yeah, I do. But I just wanted to bring you this video, man, and just touch base with everybody about how massive Veve actually is going to be. And I want everybody to realize it. You know, if you don't believe it, then whatever, don't believe it. Be a part of the FUD. I don't care. But me, I'm super bullish on Veve, and I'm going to continue being super bullish as long as I see content like this. Yeah. So, hey, it's POORMAN printing. Oh,
man, it's POORMAN, yo. Great video, my guy. But yeah, man, this is the reality. Is if you can't see it, stop looking somewhere else when people are sitting here laying it out for you. I've done way too many videos on utility, on all the things coming. The team has talked about this stuff way too many times. I get that you're a busy person, so you may not watch my videos or other videos all the way through in its entirety. If you've never sat there through a 2-hour AMA, you've probably missed out on a lot of gems. And because there's some stuff that I don't cover in videos because I just don't think that it's that valuable. I think that people should know certain things already. So it's some things that you might not know that has been spoken about before already. My point is, if you're one of the people who got half-assed information and you're out here doubting and you really don't know for sure, why spend time speaking? I wasn't speaking when I was uneducated. I was learning. I was studying, I was trying to understand. The biggest mistake you're going to make when it comes down to investing is thinking you know everything when you know nothing. Because me, at the level that I'm at, where I can literally disprove a lot of hate, I can explain circles around the people out here creating FUD. And I still am trying to learn more every single day. Every single day, I am still learning. I'm trying to understand more. And there's so many people who think they got it figured out, and Veve is never going to even hit $1. If Veve is never going to hit $1, get out of the community spreading FUD and go to something that you think will. The thing is, a lot of people don't even believe the bullshit that they're talking about. They want to sit here and try to get a response, get somebody to talk to them, debate them, and ease their mind, and then they try to debate me. Like, it's just, no, you're not going to win a debate with me. You're not. Like, I put in way too much work for you to be anywhere near my level. I just do. I do. If you're sitting out here saying stupid stuff, you don't work hard enough. And somebody like that will never be close to me. And that's just being honest. I know it's taboo for people to talk about themselves and tell you how it is. I tell you the facts in every sense of the way, bro. I always tell you the facts. I work hard. If you don't outwork me, chances are you don't know as much as me when it comes to this project. You can know as much as me. Like, anybody who outworks me can know as much as me. But I try to make it a habit to not let people outwork me, period, in anything that I do. So, it is what it is, man. I just think that this is important. It's important that the information gets out there. This does help a lot of people who actually do want to know more and understand. So hopefully this video opens some eyes. As always, drop that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, homies. Peace out, yo.